Sup guys, this is Blue, and this is the Hi How Are You podcast, self-help for the uninitiated, where for 10 to 20 minutes a week, someone even lazier and perhaps even less busy than you tries to tell you that you deserve to treat yourself better. Where the two of us hold each other accountable. Accountability buddies. Yeah, I like that. Let's get this out of the way. If you're listening to this because you're hoping to gain something from it, I want you to understand a few things. Number one, the unemployment rate in the United States right now is somewhere just under 5%. In 2010, it was double that, hovering around 10%. Now, the way the unemployment rate is calculated discounts anyone who has stopped looking for work because of weak employment prospects. So if you don't include the people who have stopped actively looking for work because they're overqualified for the opportunities that have been presented to them, the unemployment rate is a lot higher than reported. So what am I trying to say to you? I'm saying be grateful that you even have a job to wake up to every morning. Be thankful that you're being paid in cash money, not in cheese and crackers, not in dog food or cotton swabs. I don't know why I said cotton swabs. But cold hard cash you can use to exchange for goods and services. Be happy that you have a job to complain about, is all I'm saying. Now, let's bitch about our jobs, shall we? I actually really enjoy my job. I enjoy having a routine, waking up early and putting in extra hours because right now, it's rewarding to me. My actual job is fun. What I do is gratifying, and I like most of my coworkers. But yeah, I do get frustrated time and again by the politics of working for a small business, and sometimes I allow these fleeting emotions to affect my day. Maybe you don't like your boss because he's a micromanager. Maybe you have a coworker who is always in your dang business. Let's face it, a lot of people do not like their jobs, but you'd be surprised what a little change in mindset and some other minor accommodations will do to get you through the bulk of your work week. Let's start with this. It's pretty straightforward, but I'm going to ask you to stew on it anyway. What is it about your job that you actually like? Dare I say love? What gets you motivated to put forth your best effort when you begin your grind every day? For myself, I love the fuck out of my boss. She entertains me, she's hilarious and adorable, but she's also the hardest working person there. And anytime I need anything at all, I know I can go to her for a solution. When she's around, work doesn't feel like work. Time goes by so quickly that I sometimes can't believe I get paid to be there. Also, I love that I learn something new every day, even if I'm not trying. I love fucking around on Photoshop and drawing penises with the spot heel brush when I'm bored. I love being told I'm doing a great job, what can I say? I've had jobs where we couldn't even get a, "you're doing good, kid," to help keep morale up. So if anyone at your job has ever let you know that you're appreciated, you can add that to your list. So think about the aspects of your job that you enjoy. I know some days it's hard to see through the garbage, but there has to be a silver lining somewhere for your own sanity. And if you can't think of a single thing that you fancy about the place that pays you money, then why are you there? If you don't enjoy your job and believe that money isn't everything, then is a job you dislike worth the loss of balance between happiness and chronic dissatisfaction? On the other hand, if you're doing your job only for the pursuit of riches, you should probably reevaluate your priorities. It's okay to make money, so long as it's done ethically, honestly, and with humility. But if you're only doing it to attain status through wealth, I don't get it. I don't get you. And if you would like to explain so I can understand, get at me. blue@hihowareyou.us. I mean, really, I want to know. So whatever it is you like about your job, double down on it. Talk to your boss more. Turn up on some project you've been putting off. On that note, those constant naysaying coworkers that you know who are incessantly bad-mouthing the company, talking shit on everyone else, stay away from them. I feel like a mama hen holding her wing up to protect her babies from some bullshit like a snake. Well, the snakes are these birds running their mouth at work, and you just need to pull yourself away from their realm of negativity. There isn't a whole lot that people like that can bring to the table, and they certainly aren't going to be the ones to encourage you to care about the job that you have. The sooner you drop those losers, the sooner you can focus on yourself. What's the first thought that pops into your head when you hear your alarm go off? Is there a feeling of dread? Worry? Are you already going into your day with a black cloud hanging over your head? Well, quit that shit now. What is it you're dissatisfied with? Are you looking for a promotion? A raise? More responsibility? Where is this dissatisfaction coming from? Are you allowing these desires to hinder your work performance? Do you find yourself looking at Craigslist ads for jobs while you're at your job? Well, quit that shit now. If you're stuck with this woe is me attitude, you're only perpetuating that poor work morale that's giving you that woe is me attitude to begin with. Think about it. You're at work, on the clock, presumably getting paid, and you are looking at other job listings, something to replace what you currently have. And now you're set on moving on to bigger and better prospects. This is the equivalent of being in a relationship where you're looking for other women on OKC while you're in said relationship. Something that I have a little bit of experience in. You've already emotionally checked out. And how do you expect to pull yourself back in when you're already so far down the rabbit hole? So something needs to change. Ask yourself what's really important. Do you really need that promotion? Has whatever it is been worth the excess strain and frustration that's making you dread the moment you walk through the front doors? If all you ever see is the bad, you're basically just Morrissey without the pompadour. It's important to appreciate the time that you're investing at this job, to see through the bullshit that makes you hit snooze 9 times every morning. Do you hate your boss? Well, fuck that bitch. Figure out how to deal with them. Maybe what they're asking for isn't unreasonable. Maybe putting forth a little extra effort might help you ease through your day a little more. Or maybe you can just learn to avoid your boss altogether, hide in the warehouse like I do, or take an extended bathroom break, like I do. Is your boss completely intolerable? Fuck that bitch. Like, you have to just train yourself to tune out that negativity, if it's possible. If all else fails, you could try murdering your boss, but it's not really recommended, since I can think of at least half a dozen other solutions that would fare better for a problem like that. You could try setting work goals to keep yourself driven. This way, you know that you're achieving some accomplishment instead of wasting your life away reading shitpost on Reddit. A while back, I asked a few people what their motivation to work was, and probably 90% said money. But one person told me that it was their fear of failing at anything, even something that they hate. And if you think that just because you hate your job, that you're not emotionally invested anyway, so you can't really fail at it, you could be wrong. Clearly you think you're above your place of employment, and maybe you are, but until you take that next step, whenever it is that you're ready, you still have to be grateful for what you have. I personally don't believe in the concept of failure because everything in life is about learning something from the lessons that you're taught. But I understand the motivation behind at least being able to say that you did your best. It's a much more peaceful mindset than, fuck this shit. Lastly, you need to find a good balance of work and play in your life. It's okay to spend 40 hours a week grinding, but when you're home, allow your mind the proper time and tools to reset every day, because your day is only as good as you want it to be. Schedule some time for the hobbies that you enjoy, for some meditation, writing, fuck it, a long bubble bath, and an Olivia Pope-sized glass of wine. You need time for yourself. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for an ugly Monday morning. And if none of this works for you, honestly, you should consider some upward mobility somewhere else. It's possible you are absolutely miserable and just haven't found a way out yet, but keep your ear to the ground. Something will come up. If you've done everything and it simply hasn't happened yet, be patient and accept that you've done all that you can. But never stop trying to better your situation, especially if you know you deserve better. Now get the fuck off my lawn.